when retail customers feel entitled to extra discounts for no reason. So you give it to 'em. I worked at a pretty popular department store for years, and I have to say that the customers this store breeds are the worst of the worst. This store is probably 90% of the reason that so many customers feel as entitled as they do. The cashier had the hiccups, it was incredibly annoying. "Isn't there anything you can do for me?" was an actual honest-to-God complaint one lady had for me when I was a supervisor. So anyway, I was covering a breakup at the registers. I was a supervisor at the time and I had also already given my 2 weeks notice. I was beyond fed up. It was like spring of my senior year all over again. I had no more ducks left. So, I'm up at the registers, and this lady who couldn't have been more than 40 comes up with a huge cart full. Anyone who has worked retail, you know this woman. She's got the hair, she's smacking her gum at me while she talks on the phone. The entire transaction is delayed because I need her to pay, and she starts to ignore me because apparently I'm the rude one for interrupting her phone call. She proceeds to tell the person on the other end give me a second, and finally turns to me and says, as if I'm an impatient child testing her last bit of patience, "Yes. Here's your total, ma'am. Do you have any coupons or rewards to use today?" She nodded, and here is when she drops a few clippings on the counter in front of me, ignoring my outstretched hand, and turns her attention back to her phone. As soon as I look at the coupons, I see that none of them are usable. She has one that is $10 off your menswear purchase of $50 or more. She has all women's clothing. The next coupon expired 2 months ago. Another one doesn't start for another week, etc. etc. So, I try again to get her attention. She's just as lovely and accommodating as the last time. She rolls her eyes, tells the person on the phone that she will have to call them back, and gives me another sharp yes. "Sorry ma'am, this coupon is expired, this one hasn't started, and this one is only for when you purchase $50 worth of menswear. Do you have any other coupons or rewards?" She stares at me like I had just called her mother some unsavory name. Excuse me, what? What could I do but shrug helplessly? You have got to be kidding me. That is the entire reason I came out here today, to use those coupons. I really can't use them? Unbelievable. Some customer service here. All the while she's packing her useless coupons back into her purse and glaring scorch marks into my soul. Remember I said I was done? My patience before Shopzilla here was already at 0. She tipped the scales. I was officially in the negatives. I had negative ducks and negative patience left. So, when she said you should be ashamed of yourself, being so rude to a customer, something in me snapped. I smiled sweetly at her, mustered up a bright and cheery expression that I usually reserve as my waitress face, and said, "I'm so sorry you feel that way, ma'am. But on the bright side, since it's Tuesday I can still apply your senior's discount, so at least you aren't losing that one, right?" I can't quite describe her expression. I think she was angry, but I think she was more shocked. And in that state of shock, she sputtered out, "I'm not a senior." I mimicked her shock, trying to appear horrified by my accidental faux pas, and then immediately said, "Let me take that off of there for you, then." And promptly took the senior discount off, bumping her total up another $20. "I'm so sorry for the misunderstanding, ma'am." Oh boy, she was pissed, but like I said, I think she was more shocked. She seemed a little dumbfounded. She paid, she took her stuff, she left. I will take that Betty moment of satisfaction at her horrified expression to my grave. It was even worth the write-up that I did end up getting after she called the store and gave my manager a piece of her mind. Now to the comments. "I'm so sorry you met my mother." So that's how the show started. It's actually the title of the final season. Oh, so awesome. I am in loss prevention and had an uppity individual try to perform a return fraud that was denied and then proceeded to steal a few items. But wait, there's more. She called corporate to complain about being denied the return and how horribly she was treated. Okay, come back and we will rectify the situation, ma'am. Oh good, you got here just in time. I would like to introduce you to Officer. Hoped you weren't that dang stupid to show up. OP replied. That is hilarious. Things like that happened at the store I worked at. People are so dang dumb sometimes. You couple that with how entitled they feel, and it's just a recipe for all kinds of crazy shenanigans. My girlfriend had to deal with a customer who was returning an item he bought when it was discounted. However, he wanted the retail value back. Let me guess, Kohl's. Retail sucks. OP replied. Ding ding ding. It most certainly was Kohl's. When I quit my well-paying, but horrible job, I worked there for a few weeks to get by. Christmas season. It was special. Edit, I recognized the coupons, lol. After she called the store and gave my manager a piece of her mind. That cost her far more than it cost you. At the place where I worked, if you called the manager and complain, you'll get a $10 gift card. Why not? Great encouragement. My complaint is that only people who complain get a $10 gift card. Now where's my gift card? Is this Kohl's? I don't work there and never have, but I have shopped there and it totally seems like customers are always trying to use random coupons that they know won't work. But they have gotten away with it for so long by screaming that they keep doing it. They probably go home and tell their book club how they are such clever couponers. Maybe not. But I swear every time I go to Kohl's some biddy is pitching a fit about a coupon. OP replied. It was, in fact, Kohl's. I still shop there from time to time because it can be pretty cheap, but I still stand by my idea that it is the most soul-sucking retail job I've worked. It seems soul-sucking. There is always someone complaining about something there, from what I've seen. Doesn't Kohl's have a return policy that is no questions asked? I used to work at a shoe store that had a return policy like that. People would return old, worn shoes or shoes that had been pennied out because they were old. We still had to return them. If our computer said it was worth a penny, we had to give them a $5 gift card so they wouldn't get mad. It seemed to me that all it did was train customers to be shitty and see how much they could get away with. Retail sucks because customers make it suck. I used to work at Target and when we liquidated, it was the most therapeutic thing. We were given the okay by management to tell rude customers off. I would gladly relive that 2 weeks. Was this Target Canada? I'm imagining telling off of rude customers in Canada. No. I'm more sorry than you, buddy. I currently work at Kohl's as a cashier. And oh my god, some of these customers love to bring in expired Kohl's cash. And wanna know something? We take expired Kohl's cash, 10 days after it expires. Where in the duck does that logic come from? What's the point of an expiration date? And what's with this bullshit of customers expecting us, the cashiers, to give them coupons at checkout? It's unreal. Is this why I always end up being given coupons/discounts when I shop there? I have no expectation of it. Why would I? I'm never packing in coupons, and I'm always friendly with cashiers. I want people to be friendly to me at work, too. That isn't a privilege based on job. Everybody deserves kindness. It seems like every time I shop there, the cashiers give me some extra, unexpected discount. While that rocks, I'm sorry it's because abusive people have made it the norm. One time I had to do school clothes shopping for my kids, plus some additional activewear clothing items since one of the kids was also taking up a new sport. I had recently become a single mom and was on an incredibly tight budget, so we spent a lot of time scouring the clearance racks, and then the sale racks after that for items we couldn't find on clearance. We got to the register and the total came up. Can't remember what it was, but I had enough money to pay it. I had been doing the mental math to make sure of that. However, I grimaced and said ouch as I was handing over my debit card, because it was significantly more than what I had hoped to spend. My oldest kiddo said something to the effect of we can put back some of the things, and I replied that we would not, because they needed all of the items we chose, and they were a very good deal. Because I knew I was getting a lot for my money, even if the total hit my wallet hard. The cashier gave me some sort of friends and family discount immediately. It was something like 20% off, which brought the total close to what I had originally hoped to spend. I was nearly in tears as I asked her if she was sure she wouldn't get in trouble for it, and thanked her repeatedly when she insisted. I hope she didn't think I was trying to weasel my way into some sort of discount, because TBH, I didn't know that was a thing at Kohl's until today. Kohl's cashier lady, wherever you are, thank you for using your powers for good. I needed that discount, though I never asked for it, and I appreciated it more than I can express in words. That was years ago, and I still haven't forgotten.